back to the Saturday morning broadcast. It might be afternoon if you're on the East Coast, but oh well. Here we go. Right now we are watching the battle between Team Classic versus Instinct. Two of these teams, well, both of these teams both in the top 8, and there's a little bit of bad blood coming into this event. You want to walk us through that, Scott?
Yeah, well, Instinct got their best play, or was able to defeat Straight Rip in last event, and they said that wasn't good enough, and they dropped Gosayami, who they just picked up, and instead they pick up Fear itself, who they hope to get more chemistry with. So Gosayami now is in the position to get revenge on this team and say, you know what, you shouldn't have dropped it.
That's right, so Gosayami being dropped despite a third place finish, and their only time for Instinct ever beating Straight Rippin' on the pro circuit. But check this out, Instinct seeming to gel well to start this one off. We got Neighbor already running the flag, and 50 seconds in, we got Instinct on the board. This is looking a little bit like the Straight Rippin' game.
Yeah, hopefully it's as good as the Straight Rippin' game. God, that was exciting.
It was freaking awesome. We'll see if Classic can rally back. Right now, we got the flag in the hands of Best Man. Best Man moving the flag over towards the pink side. He's got a lot of cover so far, and he's finally going to be taken out. Let's jump on board with Gosayami. He's got the slice and dice. He's got his enemy in front of him. Oh, it's Neighbor. Neighbor's going to take him down. He's got the sword to play with now, and Neighbor was slapping Gosayami's body. Meanwhile, Roy is moving the flag top carbine. And Roy's going to be cleared out by a guy that Neighbor probably could have killed if he was focusing on the game.
Yeah, but you know, Neighbor's all about his little mind games, because if anyone plays a mind game with him, it affects him personally, so he feels that it does the same.
All right, well, Neighbor's going to be taken down. All 4 members of Instinct were taken down, and Gosayami doing some Halo 2 tricks, throwing the flag on top of his base, or at least he's trying to do so. He's going to be taken down. The flag is sitting down in front of the base, and Marcus, a.k.a. Soldier 187, is trying to get to it. It's all going to be up to Best Man. He's the last member alive here from Classic. And guys, let's just listen in with this Classic squad as we start this game off here. It's winners bracket round 2. The first team, it's best of 5. First team to 3 wins will win the series and advance to our ESPN Saturday night broadcast tonight, kicking off at 5 p.m. And all 4 dead for Classic. We're going over to Instinct. Let's jump on board with Lunchbox. He just picked up the double kill, and now he's making his way to Team 3.
Alright, yep, I'm watching you on the base. Go pink side with the base. Part 2 to their base. Part 2 to their base.
In our bubble, guys. In our bubble, we guys.
Yep.
Best man's in our bubble.
In the window also goes. In our bubble goes. Right going, go.
Car.
Keep going, base. Keep going, base.
I'm gonna die. Our bubble won't die, guys. Our bubble still won't die, guys.
2 on 3. 2 guys there. I'm spawning right now. Just leave those guys for now.
5 to die, guys. 5 absolute.
Touch the flag.
2 guys in our bubble. 2 guys in our bubble.
Yep, 2 guys there.
Bubble, Jason.
Take us 1 shot, and then I got 2 dead.
Dead.
2 dead.
And it is now 2-0 lead here, and what I'm loving, Scott, is Lunchbox is the play caller here for the team. He's stepping up in the captain role.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me, and what I also liked is that Neighbor is actually doing some objective work this time around.
Take us on the base, 1 shot.
Oh my, 4 shots from Lunchbox. We're going to listen back in with Instinct as D-Mac is getting suited up here in the booth.
Parts on the base. I'm weak.
That's 2 on 3. 2 on 3 now. Their pink screen is right clear, Justin. Their pink screen's clear.
Pink 2 guys. Pink 2.
Base to best man. Go up to their base. Yep, go up there. Top center, guys. Top center. Card 3. I'll get top center. Card 2, hit our bubble.
I'm pushing right now. Give me a shot.
I'll get him. I'm going for him right now. Stay alive.
Card side
of the base. Still card their window.
Card 2, 1 shot, guys. Card 2, 1 shot. Card 2's out.
Card 2 is still weak, Soldier. Our window, 1 shot. Soldier's 1 shot. Yeah. Card side their base now.
Me too.
watching Classic versus Instinct. And guys, on the bracket show, both Sundance and Nexi said that Classic is favored to pull off the upsets here. D-Mac, is there any proof for that when you're looking at the stats?
Honestly, I wouldn't even call it an upset at this point. Here are two teams that have met up twice this year, and Classic won the first time 3-1. Instinct wins the second time 3-2. Classic has the overall series lead this season. A lot of people don't know that, and now they picked up a player in Ghost Yami, a player who was on Instinct. You know he's a top player caliber. Classic is only looking to get better this event. And Instinct's been looking shaky all event. It could definitely be an upset.
And Instinct opening this game up pretty strong. Seen a few questionable plays out of Neighbor. He is the guy that I want to be keeping my eye on throughout this tournament. It's going to be up to him to get his team up to the top 3. He's got to keep his head in the game, and he's got to play smart. But I've really got to go back to this guy, Lunchbox. He has been the most impressive player so far from this Instinct squad. I love his leadership, and he's doing all the right things with the objectives.
Yeah, when you look at Neighbor, Neighbor is going to do his thing. He's going to get his skills, and he's going to dominate. But when I look at Instinct, Roy and Lunchbox really have to step up their game if they're going to look to push into the top 2. Because I don't believe that Fear itself was that dominant pickup. He's not going to take them from a top 4 team to a top 2 team.
I'm going to have to disagree with you on that just based off of this game type. I mean, just on this game type alone. When they seem to not have control, Fear itself stays in the base and gives them cover fire. And because of that, he keeps their base clean and they never have to worry about base control.
I mean, Fear itself, he played well in doubt. So a lot of people don't know that. He went positive 62 for the whole tournament. Yami went negative 53 for the whole tournament. So you're looking at a player, you're looking at a whole 115 swing right there, if you really look at that. And that's a big deal. That's a lot of kills. But at the same time, Final Boss's strategy was completely different than Instinct's strategy. And they play a completely different play style.
Yeah, Final Boss's is kill, 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 maybe get objective, and Instinct's is objective.
Maybe get a kill.
And you know, the play style between Fear itself and Ghost Yami couldn't be more different. Ghost Yami seemed to be more of a rusher. Fear itself definitely a player who likes to sit back and clean up kills. We're going to check out Lunchbox, though, as he is once again moving the flag, and I love that route. Getting shot from behind, moves it out the front door of Pink, tosses it off to Fear itself, and we have a 4-1 lead from Instinct. They're looking strong.
Where's that top center?
And this tournament is so interesting in Anaheim because we're seeing Heretic for the first time. It's basically changing the whole way that Halo 3 is played, and we're seeing which teams are good on this map and which teams aren't, and it's a big deal because it's 3 out of 11 game types.
Right now we have Best Man moving the flag. He's going to toss it up to Chig. He's going to put this one in. I'm going to stay on board, though, with Neighbor. I want to see what he's doing. He seems to be getting a little bit frustrated, but his battle rifle is definitely on point here, Scott.
Yeah, and you know, the thing about Neighbor is he's so used to straight ripping where they give out so many guidelines as to what each player should do. So every other team that he's on, he just doesn't feel comfortable.
Neighbor needs to find that comfort zone. Maybe the leadership from Lunchbox will help him get it there. But he also really just needs to heat up. Right now it looks like Classic is trying to form a bit of a comeback as Soldier 187 is moving that flag Pink 1. Let's see how Neighbor plays this one. He's the only one in position to stop the flag. Roy now coming off the respawn to help him out. And Neighbor delayed him long enough for Lunchbox to get into the opponent's face. Soldier was taken down. The flag is going to be returned, and this may be the final flag cap here for Instinct. And here we go. He's taken down, but Neighbor puts it in 5-2. Instinct takes game 1.